Soulmate with Brian. We're in Korea, and this program is a global program in English for those who are interested in Korea or for Korean immigrants or diaspora all over the world. And so that's why we asked you to come on this show. Not because I'm your CEO, not because I'm your Potiphar, but as a person who lived in America and lived in Korea, what are the differences? What are the similarities? Just anything that you want to talk about. You know, Korean culture, American culture, lifestyle. Just the whole. What's the difference between Korea and America to you? It's different for everyone.
Yeah, I know that many people like have many different like experiences with Korea and America. So I'll just share my experience. The difference I felt between Korea and America is that when I was in the States, you know, like I made friends with people older than me, 형 누나들. Yeah, and I called them by their name. Like I'll go like if I spoke Korean, I'll go like yeah, no, 뭐, something like that. But in Korea, you know, like the culture of respecting your elders is really like, you know, strict.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Even if you're 1 year older, you have to call them 형 or 누나 out of respect.
Yeah, 형님, 누나.
You can't talk, you know, like you talk to a friend.
Yeah.
But more to an older elder, right?
Yeah, like like these stuff like 안녕하세요, 고맙습니다, stuff like that. I thought you only use that to like teachers or parents or pastors, something like that. Yeah. So one time I was like, there was this 형. He came up to me. He was like, 안녕 영균아, and I was like, 안녕. I didn't know that was
You have to
a
say
manner.
안녕하세요.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a manner.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm sure he was shocked.
Yeah, he was shocked, and he reported that to my older brother, and my older brother got annoyed. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I think the difference between Korean and America is the age difference, the how you treat in different age. Yeah.
Even if it's only a year apart.
Yeah, because
I experienced the same thing.
Yeah.
I grew up in America.
Yeah.
And the first time I met Korean friends was in I think 8th grade, so middle school. So I grew up in Texas most of my life from age 4 till up until 8th grade, right? Or till college. But in 8th grade, I met Korean students who were 1 year older than me, 2 years older than me, and they came for a summer program. And that's when I started learning Korean a little bit. And I was like, 안녕, you know, and then but that person was 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
And then someone told me, Brian, they're really mad at you. You know, you're gonna like, you know, you made a big mistake by just saying 안녕. You know, you should say 안녕하세요, right?
Yeah.
The next day, I saw the same people, the 형, and I'm like, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Very relatable.
밥 드셨어요? You know, I went all the way.
Yeah.
That's a huge culture a difference for sure.
Yeah, many like, you know, Korean Americans like or Koreans that lived in America who like are planning to like move to Korea or visit Korea, like the tip is to like no matter what age they are, if you meet them like
they're older.
If they're older or if you meet them for the first time, it is like, you know.
Oh, right. Even for the first time, even if they're same age or even younger, right?
Yeah, when you meet them for the first time, you don't know what age they are. Like, you don't know who they are, what their name is.
So instead of hi, 안녕, you say 안녕하세요.
Yeah.
Or 감사합니다, thank
Right.
you. Instead of 고마워, 감사합니다.
Right.
You gave a very good tip for anyone who comes to Korea, right?
Yeah.
To survive in this land.
Right.
Were there any other struggles? You know, just living in America, you know, or like, you know, just who you are, you know.
Yeah, in America, my dad's actually a pastor. So, like, actually, the reason we went to America is for my dad's, you know, ministry.
Ministry.
Yeah, and my dad was a 부목사. So
associate pastor.
yeah, so we had to like move from church to church every time, like after like about a year or two.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had to keep moving, and during those times, like I never thought I had like you know, a friend that was close like you know, like friends till babies until like adults, you know what I mean?
Right, for a lifetime.
Yeah. I didn't think I have that kind of friendship, so yeah, I just kind of felt like even though I had many friends, like I didn't feel like I had a friend to like talk personally. I didn't think I had a person to like talk about my struggles, my secret like personal life.
Because you're always on the move.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go deep into these relationships, right?
Yeah, and when I came to Korea, of course I had struggled with my Korean, but I also had struggled with school. I remember being yelled at the first day of Korean school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like the teacher told me to do something, but I didn't understand
Right,
that.
because
so,
you're comfortable
yeah,
with English.
Yeah, so I just stayed there and did
Froze?
nothing. Yeah, froze. And then my teacher got really mad. So yeah, I remember like, yeah.
Rapping in front of him? Get out of!
Yeah, I remember crying home. Yeah, so yeah, it was a struggle, but thankfully, the teacher like found out that I lived in America. And actually the teacher helped me a lot to like get used to Korea and all that. And yeah, that was mostly it.
Thank you. You know, we all go through these struggles.
Yeah.
And for our viewers out there, struggling to fit in a certain country, certain culture, certain school, certain crowd. We all feel like misfits sometimes. We want to fit in.
Yeah.
You know, we want to be accepted. But thankfully, God, He accepts us no matter what.
Amen.
He loves us. He's with us. And I know He's been with you on this journey in America,
Right.
back to Korea,
Right.
and even now, especially now.
You're right.
I want to talk about this season of your life, you know, how you became a Christian artist. You know, you released two songs, right? Two songs or two singles.
Yeah.
How that has been for you. And, you know, what are your plans, you know, in the future, you know, music-wise, ministry-wise?
First of all, it was great because you know, when my first single came out, that was the first time I actually like got to do music. So it was a great opportunity and experience for me. But it was also a really like important moment with me and God personally. Like I had times when like I was like, is God real? Am I like doing all I can to like make God happy? Like I felt like I wasn't like good enough at first. Yeah, I thought God only like
Use special people?
Yeah, use special people, use talented people, use like big like high people.
Like 6'2"?
Yeah, people like in a high position.
Yeah.
But like when I was like getting ready for my first single, God gave me this heart that
That He would use you?
that He would that He loves me no matter what, that He will always be with me. He has been with me since the beginning, before like you were even born. So that sentence like kind of changed my whole perspective on life. If God was planning my life before I was even born, then what should I be afraid of?
Amen.
Yeah, so it was really like a turning point for me, and then after that, like I kind of felt as if God was always with me, always leading, always making a path. Felt like God was always working, always doing miracles, even though I can't see it. Yeah, it was really a special moment for me.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Some people think that God only uses people in certain positions, certain titles, certain qualities. You have to be special, different. But God uses everyone. He uses anyone. God is God. And God has selected and used Potiphar here ever since, even before he was born, in his mother's womb. God had a plan to bless him, to prosper him, to give him a future, and for you to embrace that.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of your music career. Your first song, 내 귀한 아들.
Yeah.
In English, what is it? My dear son?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
you wrote the lyrics, right?
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics. I actually, while I was writing the lyrics, I was reading this Bible verse, Jeremiah 1:5. I actually got that verse from a preacher, like a missionary preacher. He was like giving out a message on YouTube. So I looked at that video, and he was saying, God has plans for you from the start, like 1,000, a million years before you were born, like, and His grace was always with you, even though you can't see it. He was always leading you. And I look back at my life, and yeah, it felt true. It felt really close. So yeah, I wrote the lyrics with God's heart, and
God's
Yeah.
heart toward you, right?
yeah, God's heart.
So the lyrics is like, you share a certain age, right?
Yeah, God's heart toward me, and it's not. The song is not like specifically towards me. Like I kind of like changed it into like a, like a fictional boy.
Character, okay.
Yeah, fictional boy, but I did write the lyrics, like thinking about how God was leading me, how God felt about me, how God like felt when I didn't know Him. Yeah.
Yeah, the lyrics are powerful.
Yeah.
We did a live on this channel of that song. Yeah, I'm sure you guys already saw it. 내 귀한 아들, my dear son, live with Potiphar and myself, and the lyrics are powerful. Hello everyone, from South Korea. We are excited to continue our series with Soulmate with Brian. We ask that you continue to watch our content with Third Base. Leave a comment below, subscribe, click the bell button or bell notifications, and you will get these alerts and you will continually be able to support us. God bless you, and we ask for your support.